Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting of Hampton Village to order. It is July 15th, 2025, 7 o'clock p.m. Roll call, please.
Trustee Benetti?
Here.
Trustee Bodnar?
Here.
Trustee Gerson?
Here.
Trustee Haftenberger?
Here.
Trustee Millette? Trustee Muir?
Here.
President Wodicki?
Present. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. And Kim, will you lead us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on, we have public comment. Ms. Tracy.
Joseph Zolliger?
Here.
Come on up to the podium.
Hold.
Get you set up.
Hello, everyone. So I come today just because of some noise ordinances that or complaints that we've had in our neighborhood. I was just looking to see what I can do in order to maybe solidify these ordinances, because it seems like the gentleman down the street from me keeps doing these things, lighting up fireworks, playing music all hours of the day and night. He just gets ticketed, writes it, and just keeps doing it. So it seems like there's an end in sight.
What subdivision are you in?
The street south of here, on
Rifle Creek.
Yeah.
Bridal Creek, okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what I can do. I just wanted to present, the situation we're having, and wonder if there's any, what do I need to do to come back and, bolster this and get something into motion where we can have a little peace and quiet. I'm not the only one. Apparently this has been going on for years before I've, moved in, and we have a lot of neighbors doing this now. So I filed 2 complaints just recently, just to give you a brief history. And yesterday or the day before, another neighbor filed a complaint, and yesterday my wife came home and she started to get harassed by the neighbor now down the street. So it's just escalating, and I don't know really what to do. So I'm trying to just find news and how we can do something to hammer down. I don't know if it's money we gotta hit them with tickets, or I'm open for ideas.
Okay, we'll get back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Patsy Smith? Thank you. I noticed that you're talking about the comprehensive land use plan tonight, and first I want to thank Jim Brown and the Plan Commission for their hard work. I know these paths aren't really easy, and I haven't had an opportunity to read through the whole thing yet, but from my glance through it looks like they're on the right track. The only thing I would like to do is request the board to consider renaming the Planning and Zoning Commission back to what I believe it should be, which is the Plan Commission and the Zoning Board of Appeals. When we incorporated, our village attorney made a big point that townships have planning commissions, municipalities have planning commissions. And even if you look at your comp plan draft on page 14, you're going to see it says 65 ILCS 511.12.5 is a plan commission may do this, not have a comp plan. Not the planning commission, not the planning and zoning commission. Again, I talked about village rule. We only have the right as a non-home rule municipality to do whatever's in state statute. And so I would suggest you look at that particular part of the municipal code in addition to 1124, where it says every municipality may create a plan commission. And And then it talks about zoning board of appeals under 65 ILCS 51113.1. So I would just like you to consider changing it, because I don't think you'll have any trouble if you go back to the old names that are mentioned in the state statute. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thomas Salem.
My name is Thomas Bynum, and I'm the president of the Wasco Sanitary District. And I see you have on the agenda the comprehensive plan. And part of the comprehensive plan is the establishment of a commercial area at 64 in Burlington. And I'm not sure that's going to be possible, because the Wasco Sanitary District is right at this point in time under the IEPA critical list. They're out of capacity. We have water capacity, but we do not have the spray capacity. And we're a spray unit of the district. So with that in mind, in fact, we need, it was recommended years ago by the engineering group that was in charge at that time, 47 more acres of spray capacity. And with 47 more acres, you know, we're limping along at this time at a critical stage. I'm not sure, you know, if that will last. So with the commercial center proposed in the comprehensive plan, I don't see it being satisfied with the Wasco Sanitary District at this point in time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Okay. Next, we have the swearing in. We're all done with that?
Yes.
Okay. We have the swearing in of Officer Patrick Patla, and Chief Levine will swear him in.
Just real quickly before I do the swearing in, so Officer Patrick Patla comes to the department, has over 30 years experience, including retiring after a long and distinguished career in Hoffman Estates. He's held many specialty and certifications, just a few: as evidence technician, firearms instructor, TASER instructor, certified crisis intervention officer, and he was formerly a certified emergency medical technician. He's a welcome addition to the department, and I know he'll bring with him a wealth of experience and knowledge, and I'll do the swearing in.
Okay.
If you raise your right hand. I, Patrick Patla,
I, Patrick Patla,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
and the ordinances of the Village of Hampton Hills,
and the ordinances of the Village of Hampton Hills,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of police officer according to the best of my
the
ability.
duties of police officer according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, James.
You're welcome.
All right, moving on to the consent agenda. 4C, I am removing 4C, and that will be on the agenda at our next scheduled meeting. So I'll take a motion on the consent agenda for A and B. Need a motion? Moved by Terese, second. Second by Janet. All in favor? Or, I'm sorry, roll call.
Trustee Hessenberger. Aye. Trustee Burson. Aye. Trustee Benetti.
Aye.
Trustee Bogner.
Aye.
Trustee Mears.
Aye.
Motion passes. We'll move on to staff reports. We have A, police, and Chief Land.
Thank you. I have quite a bit, so I'll try to make it quick here. Over the last 3 months, we completed an RFP process for a towing contractor for the village. You'll see that later down in the agenda here. But just to give a little background, the village never has done this before as far as like an RFP process with it. So a couple of reasons. We wanted to make sure we put it out to all qualified candidates that met the requirements, that the village and its customers, being the motorists on the road, were getting fair prices. And then also extremely important, especially to the police department, when the roads are closed down for an extended period of time, we wanted a contractor that was able to provide us the services needed in a timely manner. So in the RFP process, we had 4 companies that took part in it. We advertised it and we hand-delivered to any contractor that we knew in the area that met the initial requirements. So out of the 4, 1 was eliminated because they didn't meet the required equipment that specified in the RFP. We need certain equipment to make sure that we can clear our roads. All 4 great companies, been in business a long time, all reputable, but 1 was eliminated for equipment reason. 2 of them were eliminated because they were outside the boundaries that are required. So we would have gave preference to an in-town vendor, but unfortunately we have no in-town vendors for towing contractors. The closest one was Accurate Towing, who's 0.2 miles outside the village on 64 in Lily Lake. Accurate Towing's been towing for the village for 5 years, never once received a single complaint. Their response times on average are under 15 minutes, and they have all the equipment. So once the RFP process was completed, which was extensive, we sent detectives out to all of them. We checked their equipment, we checked their security, we did backgrounds on drivers, we did it all. Accurate was the one that was chosen. And then another great thing about Accurate, since they towed for the village, they're involved in our community deeply. They take part in our yearly Christmas parade. They're a part of National Night Out. They do all this as volunteer. They obviously do not charge the village. So I just wanted you to have a little background on the RFP process and why they were selected as the contractor. Again, all 4 great companies, reputable, been around a long time. Just unfortunately, there was only 1 company that met the requirements, has been providing great service for 5 years. Bell Grant School successfully completed summer school this year. There was no major problems or concerns. We're preparing for the upcoming school year, which starts August 13th. I have a yearly district safety meeting scheduled for August 8th with the district. This year around, Officer Derek Bond is going to be, he's a part-time officer, been with us a long time, previously an SRO, school resource officer. He's going to be doing part-time school resource officer work at both Bell Graham and Wasco, which both schools are excited about, and the district is extremely excited about. The Girl Scouts of Northern Illinois completed their summer camp program at Gray Willows. This was the 2nd year. They previously moved from King County Forest Preserve. Police Department had a strong presence throughout the week-long camp. We assisted with traffic control, both drop-off and pick-up, and I'm happy to report everything went smoothly. An added resource to the village, and I want to thank Christina for this. She put a lot of hard work into it, and Clerk Johnson, because she also played a role in getting this online for us. We now have a new program, it's called Frontline. You go on the village website. Typically how it was done before, if a resident wanted a vacation check, key holder information, you go online, you complete the form, we would print it out as a piece of paper, we would store it in a binder that was about this big. The officer would then be given another piece of paper that would have a list of this updated weekly. We went away from it. So now how Frontline works is a resident or business can go on the village website, they can still click on key holder or vacation check, put all their own information in, it instantly gets submitted to me and Christina, so then we can then send it out to officers. Officers have access to Frontline, so there's no wasting office supplies, wasting paper, the time is cut down drastically, and it's an extra benefit for the residents. We're working on another module right now where we have directed patrol. So if a resident wants, they can go in and click on directed patrol, say, when we have a speeding or traffic problem in this area, it gets assigned to us. The nice thing about it is accountability. So when I have a resident tell me that, yes, I keep complaining about speeding or stop signs at this intersection, I can go to Frontline, click on it, I can pull up that location. It tells me every time an officer has been there, what time it was, how long they were there for, what traffic stops they made. So it gives me something to go back and explain to the resident. Well, I understand you may not have seen the police, but we have GPS and we have Frontline that tells me my car was there doing it. So it works for the community, but it also works for the police department and being able to respond to the complaints. Our child safety seat inspection program, I implemented that a little less than 2 years ago. Everyone knows Stabby took that over. She volunteered, she got certified through the state. She does an amazing job like she does with everything. But like the program, we get constant compliments from parents about the program. It's a great service we offer to the community for free, but it's extremely important service. So I got permission beforehand, I'm going to keep the name out of it, but I had a resident this week that sent an email that I just want you to hear their email, like why this is such an important program. So I did tell them I would keep their names out of it for privacy, but it said, not sure if you remember us, but me and my wife came to you last summer for a car seat installation inspection / lesson before our daughter was born. I'm not sure what took me so long to get around to this, but as our daughter is approaching her first birthday and I have time to reflect, I wanted to let you know just how important the lesson was for us. At the time we met, we were certainly optimistic and thought we were just being overly cautious, first-time parents, but that lesson ended up being so much more. You see, back in November, we were driving home from a family gathering when another driver entered our lane and hit us head-on. Our car was totaled, the other driver was uninsured and driving on a suspended license. A frustrating and emotionally jarring experience made only worse by having a 3-month-old baby in the car. On top of that, my wife suffered some minor injuries, but we're thankful weren't worse. Most importantly, though our daughter, keep the name out of it, walked away without a single scratch or bruise, thanks to her properly installed car seat. So on behalf of 2 grateful first-time parents, I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank you and let you know how valuable that lesson was for us and how important a service is that your department offers our community. So that is one example. So like when we send officers to specialized training, and yes, it may cost a couple dollars, take those couple dollars that it's costing in training and then tell a parent that has a 3-month-old child if it's worth it to them. It's worth it to them. These are programs the police department offers the community at no charge. That's because of the support of the board and allowing us to do the jobs. So that's one of many compliments, so I want to congratulate Stabby. She'll be recognized at the department meeting coming up, but I also wanted the board to realize, and I know you do, how important these programs are. And I think that is it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chief. Okay, moving on to the chairman of our IT committee, Bill Paskey.
Okay, hang on 1 second, I need this to work. Technology is always great when it's good.
Yeah, all right.
So I think I know everybody. Thanks for making the technology committee permanent. You should have a packet of information in front of you. So,
Okay, you need a mic.
It's not here, you can have my seat.
We have a lapel mic.
You're-
We have a lapel mic, no?
I'll sit here. So the committee has taken up an agenda this year on various things, and one of them we've worked on for quite a while under Tim's direction, and that's the software here at Village Hall, and that's used for various things. It's an ERP system. And if you look at the screen, I'll kind of whistle through this with you tonight and kind of explain it to you. So the committee started to look at some of the asset software, and in talking with Tracy and various other people here at Village Hall, we started to look at, hey, what do we have in terms of modules and functionality, and what could we use? And so some of the things that you can see up on the screen, the software is called Excel software. It's produced by a company called Civic Systems. We're currently using accounts payable, cash receiving, GL, building permits, and code enforcement. So the software was purchased back in 2018 under Terry Flecker's administration. To date, we've spent about $99,000 on software. The fees for 2025 were $13,000. I don't really know what those fees are. We just know the total. 2026, those fees are going to be right around $8,000 if we do nothing. So the new modules, there we go. There's that technology again. So the new modules that we've been talking about, and actually the tech committee reviewed all of this information at its last meeting and voted to kind of move this forward or advise the village board of moving forward with a couple of new modules. I've also met with Barb and Mark on this. So these would be community, so we phase it in, so phase 1 of 2, 3, 4. And the first two modules that we would add into the software are field inspection, that's for zoning, permitting, and that's a mobile app. So we changed the technology from running it back and forth to Village Hall all the time to actually having a mobile app out in the field. So it includes pictures, so you can take pictures of different things and actually manage it a little bit better. And then the second module was the community portal. So this holds up to the website. And so citizens can actually do all their permitting right through the website. So if they want to get a pool